So I must have like stumbled on some type of a parade or something that they're having for the Cybertruck. I feel like everybody in Washington is here right now at this mall that I'm at. This is crazy, dude. I don't even know what to say right now. There are just so many people here right now. I guess all to see the Cybertruck. Who would have thought that the Cybertruck would draw this big of a crowd? Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, this is great. I'm so happy to see so much enthusiasm, for the EV cause. It's really, really nice. Um, so we're gonna just keep on walking here, see if we can find our way to this Tesla store. I'm assuming that it's in this mall somewhere. I don't have any idea. I gotta find the bathroom first, though. That's what we're gonna do first. We're just gonna find the bathroom, and then we're gonna go find the cyber. Oh boy, guys, the restroom's gonna have to wait because it seems that we have arrived at Tesla. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Well, friends, you join me on Scenic Drive after having seen one of the most beautiful scenes out there yesterday, the Tesla Cybertruck. And I figured that I would bring you guys along for a drive so that I could tell you what my thoughts are, maybe a couple things that I liked about the Cybertruck, maybe a couple things that I didn't like about the Cybertruck. But I really needed some time to think about it after having seen it. Whenever I was in the mall yesterday, it was just jam-packed with people. There were too many people in there for me to like film and try to talk over and actually get some decent shots while talking. So I just decided, you know what, I'll get some b-roll while I'm here, and I'll consolidate my thoughts, and then we'll go for a drive, and I'll tell you guys about my Cybertruck experience and my thoughts about it. So here we are on the drive. This is Scenic Drive in North Albany, Oregon. Today is November 26th, 2023, the day after I saw the Cybertruck yesterday, and it's just a beautiful day out here. So again, I figured that I would take you guys for a drive with me. All right. So first things first, just initial thoughts are, wow, as you might have expected. It's huge. Like, compared to the Model X, the Cybertruck is massive. But it's a little bit shorter than I would have expected. It is definitely shorter So I think, and I could be wrong, but pretty sure that it's shorter than the F-150 Lightning. I did do a little bit of measuring, but I didn't do all the measuring, so I'm going to go off of what some other folks have measured. And I believe that the Cybertruck is right around 6 feet tall at its pinnacle point, and it was about 18-ish to 19-ish feet long, somewhere between 17 and 19 feet, maybe around 18, I'm not sure, but it is long. In my X post last night, I said that I don't think that it would fit in the garage. I have like a single car garage that's detached from my house, and I don't, I might be able to get it in there, but it would take up every square inch. So yeah, I don't think that it would fit in my garage, at least. And wow, I mean, it's beautiful. The wheels, the tires, the tires seem to have been somewhere between 32 inches and 35 inches. I don't have the exact measurements on that, but those are my thoughts about the wheels. And it seemed that they were 20-inch tires. I got a picture of the tire, or a little video of it. I think that it was something like 265, and the rim was a 20-inch rim. So, somewhere between 32 and 35-inch tire on that truck. Massive, massive tire. The lines are really what stood out to me the most. I mean, going into it that it is just it's a straight line. There are some curves, right? But overall the body is just a straight line. Really, really well done straight line, in my opinion, by Tesla. There are definitely some things to be desired on it. I found it interesting, and I guess that thinking about it kind of makes sense. But I found it interesting that, like, the point of the Cybertruck, like the top after, because like, how halfway through the car, a lot of times a car will kind of like close in at the top, if you will, and the way that they did that on the Cybertruck it's just interesting, like, because it's all straight lines on the sides of the truck. So that was very, very cool. The way that they did that, because it kind of is like a straight, but then it also kind of curves. I don't know, hard to explain. I'll throw in a clip here so that you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But just interesting. I don't know how else to describe it. Very interesting. I think that the aerodynamics of it will be good. I'm really interested to see what the range and efficiency is. Obviously, I'm filming this and releasing this video before the delivery day event. But as you guys already probably know, something crazy like 11,000 pounds of towing or something to that effect. And I think a 2,500 pound payload can go in the back of the truck. So that's rated. That's awesome. That is huge. I did like that was the front camera that we had all been hoping for and expecting. Thank goodness it's there. And then it has like two tow hooks in the front that look like it's ready to do some work. Honestly, the Cybertruck looks like it is gonna be amazing. And honestly, guys, I think that getting the Cybertruck out here and running through some of these people's yards is exactly what needs. Look how beautiful this is out here. Just go out there, look, make all them lines in the road. I think that that's exactly what the Cybertruck's for, right here, going for a drive out in the woods or out in these nice pastures and getting it all dirty and muddy and tore up and tearing up. Oh God, it looks so good on top of that hill. Obviously, I'm a fan, guys. I think that the Cybertruck is going to be a really, really awesome car. I'm hoping that it will be. I have high expectations, as I'm sure most of you do. Hey there, friend. And there are a lot of things to like. I like that front day running light bar. I don't know that I necessarily like the back one as much as I like the front one, but I definitely like the front one a lot. And I think that overall, I have a lot of positive things to say about the Cybertruck. I really like the way that they integrated the charge port and the fenders and the repeater cameras. I really think that the Cybertruck needed those fender flares, because honestly, without it, the Cybertruck would have looked a little bit too bland. Like, in my opinion, not that I'm any kind of an expert on vehicle styling or anything like that, but in my opinion, I think that they needed those fender flares. It looks really good. It doesn't look tacky. It doesn't look like afterthought. It just looks proper, in my opinion. So let's go over a couple of things that I didn't like, and unfortunately, I hate to be, one of those people that like repeats what everybody else is saying, but I'm just giving you my impressions. So I'm sure that if you've seen a couple of other YouTube videos, that some other people might have already pointed these things out. But I didn't like how the rear running light bar wasn't necessarily flush or level with the two side tail lights. I think that that was a miss. I'm hoping that, with production, as it scales up and as things kind of get tightened up, so to speak, I'm hoping that Tesla can kind of make that gap a little bit less and make it a straight on line. I'm interested to see how that turns out in the future. So let's see here. What else didn't I like? Unfortunately, I really don't like the massive wiper. If I'm being completely honest, I think that the massive wiper is a miss. And I don't know. I think that it's almost like something like 5 feet long. That is just massive for a wiper. I'm interested to see what the Cybertruck looks like after it's been dirty and people are driving it around and it just has like the one, you know what I mean? Like just the one wipe track on the windshield. I think that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I mean, those are a couple of my quick thoughts about the Cybertruck. I'm trying to just kind of go over everything in my head. It was a really interesting experience. And I guess that I'll end on the note of, I don't know if I really liked the stainless steel or not. I think that in my head, the stainless steel seems really cool, but in practice, I'm just kind of concerned about how it's all gonna. How are we gonna keep this thing clean, guys? Like in some of the other videos that I've seen, there has been like a little polish spot on one of the sides, and it just looked dirty. It always looked dirty every time that like people were definitely touching it, right? They were like, hey, don't touch it, whatever. I didn't touch it. I wanted to, but I didn't touch it. I know what stainless steel feels like, guys, so I didn't touch it, but there were fingerprints all over it. Like, it just looked, it's one of those things that you either don't drive it and it looks perfect, or you're going to drive it one time, get one thing on it, and it's just completely dirty. There is no fixing it. It's going to be like, oh, God, disgusting. And I wonder how the dents are going to look in that stainless steel as well. Very interested to see how all of those things turn out. I remember. I didn't like what I assume is the rear glass, right? So like the tonneau cover goes up pretty high, and then there's like this little itty bitty rear piece of glass. It kind of reminds me of that Prius piece of glass that's there between like underneath the spoiler and kind of integrated into the actual, flat part of the hatchback door in the back of the Prius. That's kind of what it reminded me of, just like a little sliver of something. I don't know if the rear view mirror is even going to be able to see anything with that, and that kind of concerns me, because as I've experienced from driving a Tesla, let's say that you have the cameras up, cool, all fine and dandy. During the day, all right, I'll give it for the most part, during the day, it's fine. I'm still kind of getting used to the update that they put in with a little bit more saturation. But you really can't judge distances, at least on hardware 3. I don't know, maybe on hardware 4, it's better enough. But you really can't judge distance, in my opinion. So using the camera as a straight up, replacement for the rear view Mirror isn't necessarily what I would personally do, but to each their own. Maybe hardware 4 is a little bit better, right? Um, so I have some concerns about that, and I guess that this will be my real final thought. One of the draws for me, whenever I had first heard about the Cybertruck, you guys all know the story, right? But Elon said that there was going to be some solar panels that would allow you to trickle charge up to 15 miles in however long, right? Whatever the period was. And I talked to the guy at Tesla, and the guy at Tesla said that those didn't make it into production. So I'm really kind of upset about that. I thought that would have been a really, really nice touch for them to have been able to figure out some way to integrate it. So Tesla, I'm really not happy about that. We don't even know the pricing specs. We don't know the range of the vehicle at this point. But I really think that was a missed opportunity on Tesla's part. That it should have been something that should have been in there as stated by Elon, as advertised. If you have to hike up the price, guys. It doesn't really matter. The love for the Cybertruck is there. People want the Cybertruck to be what you said that it was going to be, and then they want it to be better. So Tesla, I think that it's a really big miss that we didn't get those solar panels. I hope that you guys can implement that in like Gen 2, whenever Gen 2 comes out. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed a little ride-along video with me. Got to see some really nice views out here in the North Albany area, heading up toward Salem, and now currently facing the west. Just over those mountain ranges is the Pacific Ocean. Just over those mountain ranges, that mountain range there is the Pacific Ocean, and I believe that is the coastal mountain range that you're looking at. So anyways, I appreciate you guys taking the time to enjoy some Cybertruck content with me. Go for a little drive. Let me talk about what my thoughts are on it, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know, do you guys have a Cybertruck on order? I do. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. If you've seen a Cybertruck in person, like, did it live up to your expectations? I want to know all that and more. So, thank you guys again for watching my video. Hopefully you found my video informative or entertaining-ish in a way. And if so, please leave a like. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment below, and I'll be glad to, hopefully reply to you and gain some insight and knowledge from your post. So thanks again. I'll see you on another one in the near future, I hope. Later.